Okay, let me talk to you a little bit about Rhonda's really fun panel quilt right here. She's got Healer the Ostrich. Healer the Ostrich is a happy, happy girl. She's out here ready for a party day. She has her party hat on, her party socks on, her fancy party shoes on right here. She's hanging around with the fancy birds in the palm tree. As I talked to you about it before, I've got my jungle leaf going on here. Let's go ahead and talk about it. She has mailed this to me with this crazy, wonderful minky right here. The minky is a beautiful textured minky with the magenta inside of it. So fantastic. You know, friends, I love minky. I have done thin minkies. I've done silky minkies. I've done flat minkies. I've done very furry minkies. I've done textured minkies, all kinds. And I love them so much. I've never had a problem with them at all. Frequently, maybe almost always when I run a quilt, I'm going to want the selvage to run on the take-up and the belly bar. But when I do minkies, I almost always do it with the selvage on the side. And that way it does run a little bit better. So I'm pleased about that, to be able to run the minky with the selvage on the side and have it really lay quite nicely. Something to be aware of is that the front of the quilt is directional and the minky is directional because it has a nap. And so I'm really glad that it's working out the way it is, because the quilt is longer than it is wide. So there's no way I could have turned the quilt the other way and still fit on the minky. So I'm really pleased that it fits and that I'm able to run the selvage right here. So different things to think about. Also, when you have a minky, remember, you can have some bearding. What's bearding? That's when some of the backing, the fluffy, furry of the minky, tries to come up into the quilt top because of the stitching, because the needle pulling it up with the thread. I'm going to go right in here into this inner vein of the leaf right here. You'll see where it's thicker. That's because some of this magenta fur from the back is trying to come up into that section. What to do about it? One is choose a color of thread that matches more of the minky, and that'll really help. Turning out great with it right here. Two, as the quilt gets used and washed, that will shrink down into the quilt and go back where it belongs. So in the long run, it's not too big a deal. But if you have a huge contrast between the color of the front of the quilt and the minky, you want to beware and choose your color carefully to go with that. And I think it's turning out amazing. Stay tuned. We'll have some more videos that has to do with Healer the Ostrich. She's a fun girl. Talk to you in a bit.